Welcome to AI World TV, your go-to destination for everything artificial intelligence. Discover the captivating landscape of AI, where advanced technology finds real-life application. Subscribe to AI World TV for webzine articles, reports, podcasts, videos, live events, and latest trends. Hear from top industry leaders and discover how AI is transforming industries and our daily lives.
Welcome back to The Deep Dive. Look, if your social feeds feel absolutely swamped with news about AI taking jobs, well, you're definitely not alone. There's a real anxiety out there, and honestly, the data kind of backs it up. It seems justified.
It really does.
So our mission today is to try to look beyond those scary headlines about displacement. We want to find the underlying economic shift, the opportunities that are actually emerging as old jobs, well, disappear.
And I think it's really crucial we ground this conversation in the reality of the disruption first. Because the scale, it's historic. 2025 is, it's a defining year for turbulence in the job market.
Yeah.
Our sources are confirming that across different industries globally, more than 800,000 people have lost their jobs. And this is largely because companies are chasing automation so aggressively.
800,000. That's a huge number. It feels like a kind of restructuring we haven't really seen since maybe the dot-com crash. But this time, it's all driven by algorithmic speed.
Absolutely. And when you dig into the why, the AI link is just undeniable. Over 10,000 of those layoffs in September alone were tied directly to companies bringing in advanced AI tools. We're talking big shifts affecting, well, everything from basic admin roles right up to senior software developers.
Wow. So for millions of people just watching this happen, it must feel like a total nightmare scenario unfolding.
It does.
It's really hard to square that immediate pain with any kind of optimism, isn't it? We have to acknowledge that disruption, that weight, before we can even talk about opportunity.
That acknowledgement is key, absolutely. But the core idea we're pulling from the sources is that we shouldn't just see this as a collapse. It's more like a rapid, sometimes, brutal transformation, but one that's opening up a new economic frontier. It's being called, and I quote, the start of a new gold rush.
A new gold rush. Okay.
Yeah.
What's really striking here is the speed of it all. Analysts thought this would be gradual, right? When OpenAI, Google, Anthropic rolled out those advanced models.
Slow burn.
Yeah, slow burn. But the sources are describing something exponential, an acceleration. Companies suddenly realized these AI tools could whip up complex code, draft business plans, edit video, manage data pipelines in seconds. Not days, seconds.
And that speed just forced immediate restructuring. I mean, think about it. You can replace a team of, say, 5 people with 1 person and maybe a $50 a month AI subscription.
The incentive is just massive, too high to ignore.
Exactly.
So let's break down where this exponential shift is hitting hardest right now. Which jobs, which functions are feeling the most pain?
We're seeing 3 main areas getting hit hard. First, media marketing. AI content engines are churning out articles, ad copy, localized campaigns, basically replacing roles focused on high-volume content.
Okay, media and marketing. What's second?
Second is customer service and operations. AI chatbots, sophisticated voice models. They've effectively taken over a lot of the frontline support, the triage, the repetitive task stuff.
Right, the chatbots are everywhere now. And the third area, this is interesting, it's the tech industry itself, isn't it? Technology and software.
Exactly. It's almost cannibalistic in a way. AI coding assistants, these new autonomous agents, they're automating tasks that junior, even mid-level developers used to do. Boilerplate code, testing, maintenance.
It's fascinating. AI automating parts of the industry that actually created it.
Yeah.
But, if history's any guide, every big technological leap, think mechanized farming, the internet, it always starts with displacement. But then eventually it creates massive, totally new kinds of work nobody could have predicted.
And that's why that historical analogy is so useful, the 1849 gold rush.
Right.
Look, the people who got truly wealthy back then, statistically speaking, weren't the guys panning for gold dust in rivers.
Right.
It was the people selling the picks and shovels, financing the digs, building the railroads, selling the sturdy Levi's jeans, the infrastructure providers.
Okay, so if the real gold today is these huge gains in productivity and efficiency from AI, what are the new picks and shovels? What's the new infrastructure? What's the new gold we should be looking for? And I guess, are these new jobs even going to last?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some critics are saying, roles like prompt engineer are just going to be automated away next year. It's a temporary Band-Aid. But our sources push back on that. They argue the lasting value isn't tied to one specific job title. It's about an ability, something they're calling hybrid intelligence.
Hybrid intelligence.
Yeah, basically human creativity and direction fused seamlessly with machine capability.
That makes a lot of sense. The jobs built on just repeating tasks, those are disappearing. But what's emerging are careers built on, what did you call it, orchestration?
Orchestration, exactly. The ability to guide the AI, shape its output, and maybe most importantly, critique what it produces.
Guiding, shaping, critiquing. It implies managing serious complexity. It needs human oversight, human direction.
Absolutely. And that's why we're seeing completely new job titles popping up faster than any university course could possibly keep up with.
Yeah.
We actually pulled together a list of specific emerging careers driving this transformation right now.
Okay, these are the sort of career nuggets people should be looking at. The high-value spots where human skill meets AI power and multiplies productivity.
Precisely. The list leans heavily into process design and integration. So you've got AI workflow designer. These are the people creating the pathways for AI within a business.
Okay, workflow designer.
Then prompt engineer and model trainer, basically the conversational experts who know how to get the absolute best results out of the AI models.
Right, talking to the machine effectively.
And automation strategist, the people identifying whole chunks of a business that are ripe for an algorithmic makeover.
So those three are very focused on efficiency, the technical side, but they're also roles managing the fallout, the implications.
You are listening to the AI World Podcast, your trusted source for the latest innovations, insights, and trends in artificial intelligence, blockchain, fintech, and decentralized technologies. Each episode features expert interviews, engaging discussions, and in-depth analysis of how AI transforms industries worldwide. Stay ahead of the curve with the latest articles and exclusive reports from the AI World Journal, covering everything from emerging technologies to industry breakthroughs. For more news, global events, and access to AI World Society circle gatherings, visit us at aiworld.tv. Don't forget to subscribe to stay informed, stay connected, and be part of the AI revolution with AI World Lounge. Thank you for listening.
Of all this power.
Exactly. You absolutely need human judgment to handle the societal impact, which leads to roles like AI policy analyst and ethics auditor. We need people thinking about bias, fairness, moral consequences.
That's critical.
And then on the creative side, you've got synthetic media creator working with AI to generate novel content and cognitive experience designer, shaping how humans interact with these intelligent systems.
Architects of the new digital reality, essentially.
You could say that.
This is where that idea of the multiplication factor really comes in, right?
Yeah.
It's not just doing things faster. It's scaling up what one person can achieve.
Can you give us an example of what that looks like practically?
Sure. Think about knowledge work, like legal services. A really good AI workflow designer doesn't just help a lawyer draft a contract faster.
Okay.
They build an entire system that manages compliance checks and first draft generation across, say, 50 different countries simultaneously. It adapts to local laws in real time.
So one person can now manage the complex initial drafting and analysis that used to take maybe a team of junior associates months to sort through. That ability to unlock value at a speed traditional setups just can't match. That's the engine of this new gold rush.
Okay, but this is where that whole narrative about humans becoming obsolete just kind of falls apart, doesn't it? If the machines are so powerful, why do we need all these human orchestrators?
Because the machines, while powerful, are fundamentally, well, limited, dumb in some ways. The sources are really clear on this. AI lacks context. It lacks emotion. It lacks ethical judgment.
Right.
It just doesn't understand cultural nuance or, moral consequences. It's an incredible generator, fantastic at producing stuff, but it's a terrible decision maker.
Which means the future really belongs to people who can combine what you call human depth, empathy, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, creative direction with technical fluency. That human depth part, that's irreplaceable.
Correct. But that technical fluency piece is the gateway. We need to be really clear what that means today. It's probably not about coding a neural network from scratch for most people.
Okay, so what is it then?
It's about knowing how to structure really sophisticated prompt chains, how to integrate a generative AI model using an API into a business process, or how to troubleshoot an automated system when it goes wrong. Learning how to talk to and build with the machine, That's the new literacy.
And this leads us right to that key observation, doesn't it? The one that's both a warning and a huge opportunity rolled into one. AI won't replace you. Someone using AI will.
That quote sums it all up. It's the ultimate call to action, and it highlights the big challenge here, the need for speed. You have to adapt quickly.
Yeah.
We're seeing governments pouring money into AI literacy programs globally. Companies are building entire internal online academies just to get their own workforce up to speed with integrating these tools. Adaptation isn't optional anymore. It has to be, like, real time.
And this speed, this rapid adaptation, it's also powering another huge economic shift that maybe gets less airtime, the rise of the solo economy.
Yes. This is the less discussed but potentially revolutionary outcome. AI is just smashing barriers to entry.
How so?
Well, a single person, if they know what they're doing and have the right AI tools, can now operate with the kind of efficiency and polish that used to require a whole team.
Right.
So independent creators, specialist consultants, niche experts, they can launch global businesses now without needing huge amounts of venture capital or complex infrastructure.
That fundamentally changes the competitive game. How can one person really compete with like a Fortune 500 company using these tools?
Okay, take a specialized consulting firm or maybe a small media agency. Historically, you needed staff for market research, graphic design, social media scheduling, checking legal stuff, setting up personalized emails, all that jazz.
Yeah, a whole team.
Today, a solo logistics consultant, for example, might use an AI workflow designer they built or adapted to automate, say, 90% of those background functions. They can offer super customized, high-touch services anywhere in the world, run on virtually zero overhead, and pivot instantly if the market shifts. Meanwhile, the big legacy firm is stuck in endless internal meetings and tied down by old ways of working.
So for potentially many of those hundreds of thousands laid off in 2025, while it's obviously traumatic, that forced change could actually be the catalyst, the push they needed to join what might be the biggest wave of entrepreneurship in history.
Exactly.
It forces a kind of reinvention of your own value, moving from thinking like an employee to operating as an independent entity.
That's the duality we started with, isn't it? 2025 will definitely be remembered for displacing hundreds of thousands of jobs, no question. But maybe, just maybe, it'll also be remembered for the millions who started creating entirely new ventures built with algorithms, but powered by human purpose and direction.
So wrapping this up, what does all this mean for you listening right now? I mean, the conclusion seems to be that work itself is evolving fast. If you try to just cling to the old ways and ignore this AI shift, yeah, you're probably going to see scarcity. It's going to be tough. But if you learn how to build with these machines, if you master these new forms of technical fluency we talked about, the potential for abundance seems, well, almost limitless. The digital frontier is genuinely wide open to anyone willing to learn and adapt.
And that path forward requires really an immediate and quite personal inventory. It demands innovation, sure, but also a fundamental shift in how you see your own value proposition in the world.
Given the incredible leverage these tools offer, the sort of superpower they give you, you really have to ask yourself that crucial question that defines success in this new era. Are you still thinking like an employee who just needs a job? Or are you ready to start thinking like the globally capable, independent entity you can now actually become?
The future of artificial intelligence is unfolding, and it's happening at AI World Week, the flagship global event for innovation, collaboration, and transformation. This flagship global AI event is designed to connect visionary leaders, trailblazing entrepreneurs, and influential thinkers to explore the endless possibilities of AI. Experience groundbreaking technology that redefines industries and inspires progress. Join thought-provoking discussions on ethical AI, digital equity, and the transformative role of technology in our world. Build meaningful connections that catalyze innovation and drive impact. AI World Week is powered by AI World Society, a global movement dedicated to advancing AI responsibly and ensuring it serves humanity. Together, we're shaping a smarter, more inclusive, and equitable future. Continue your journey beyond the event with the AI World Journal, offering expert insights, in-depth analysis, and the latest trends shaping the AI landscape. This is your opportunity to lead, to innovate, and to transform the world with AI. AI World Week. We invite you to join us and embrace the AI revolution.